Here's some education and awareness on disclosing your HIV status. Let's begin with the introduction of a woman by the name of Sandra. Sandra's experience is emblematic of the complex intersection between sexual health, legal obligations, and personal choice in the context of living with HIV. While advancements in medical science have significantly improved the prognosis for those living with HIV, the societal and legal frameworks surrounding disclosure and the implications of non-disclosure remain contentious. Let's explore Sandra's personal journey, the historical evolution of HIV treatment and law, the impact of societal stigma, and the implications of her decisions on public health and individual rights. Now here's some historical context. The journey of HIV treatment has evolved dramatically since the virus was first identified in the early 1980s. Initially associated with high mortality rates and widespread public fear, the late 20th century witnessed significant advancements in antiretroviral therapy. With the development of highly active antiretroviral therapy, HAART, individuals like Sandra can manage their viral load effectively. This therapy can reduce the viral load to undetectable levels, eliminating the risk of sexual transmission, according to the well-known phrase undetectable equals untransmittable. Despite these advancements, societal stigma has lingered. HIV was heavily stigmatized, shaped by its initial association with marginalized populations. This stigma often leads to discrimination, contributing to the isolation many individuals experience, including those who are compelled to navigate their sexual lives with fear of rejection or abandonment. Sandra's reluctance to disclose her status is deeply tied to this historical context of fear and stigma. Now let's get into the implications of non-disclosure. Sandra's decision to engage in sexual relations without disclosure involves various layers of legal, ethical, and moral implications. In many jurisdictions, non-disclosure is legally frowned upon, and in some cases, it is treated as a criminal offense. The push for criminalization of non-disclosure stems from public health perspectives that aim to hold individuals accountable for the potential risk of transmission. Critics argue that such laws often disproportionately affect marginalized communities and do not align with the realities of modern medical understanding of HIV. Moreover, the ethical implications of non-disclosure are profound. Ethical frameworks often revolve around the principles of autonomy, beneficence, and justice. Autonomy emphasizes the individual's right to make decisions about their body and health. Sandra's decision to refrain from disclosing her status could be viewed as an exercise of autonomy. However, it raises questions surrounding the rights of her potential partners to make informed choices about their own bodies. We live in a world of labels and prejudice. Now let's talk about societal stigma and individual experiences. Societal stigma plays a significant role in Sandra's choice to withhold her HIV status. Discrimination against people living with HIV often manifests in rejection and social isolation. Sandra has experienced this firsthand, feeling compelled to not disclose her status after facing abandonment from partners in the past. The emotional toll of this stigma can be significant. While medical advancements have improved the quality of life for many living with HIV, social perceptions remain lagging. The internalized stigma can affect individuals' mental health, leading to feelings of shame and despair. Public health campaigns have sought to reduce stigma surrounding HIV by promoting education about the realities of living with the virus. Initiatives like the Treatment as Prevention campaign emphasize the importance of undetectable viral loads and aim to educate both those living with HIV and their prospective partners. However, miscommunication or lack of understanding persists, reinforcing an environment where individuals feel unsafe disclosing their status. So, I ask you, what are your perspectives on disclosure? Within the discourse of HIV and disclosure, various perspectives can be identified. One perspective advocates for transparency, suggesting that ethically, individuals have the responsibility to disclose their HIV status. This viewpoint often emphasizes the importance of informed consent in sexual relations, positing that partners have the right to know about risks that could affect their health. On the other hand, some individuals argue against mandatory disclosure. They posit that fear of abandonment, rejection, and societal rejection can lead individuals like Sandra to feel justified in withholding her status. This point of view leverages the argument for personal autonomy and the emotional burden that often accompanies the disclosure process. Now this is where things can get really complicated on the legal landscape. The legal landscape surrounding HIV non-disclosure varies significantly from one jurisdiction to another. In some places, not disclosing one's HIV status before sexual relations is regarded as a criminal act, which may lead to severe legal consequences. This has raised concerns regarding the fairness and effectiveness of such laws, particularly when considering that many individuals living with HIV may have undetectable viral loads. The emphasis on criminalization has been criticized as it often reflects societal prejudices rather than a thoughtful public health response. The evolution of these laws also reveals challenges in balancing individual rights with public health objectives. As medical research continues to affirm the tenets of undetectable equals untransmittable, there is an emerging call to revisit these laws and adapt them to the current understanding of HIV transmission risks. Progress in this area is essential to ensure that individuals like Sandra do not find themselves navigating the complexities of both personal and legal barriers to healthy intimate relationships. The role of advocates and organizations is important. Influential organizations and advocates have played a pivotal role in shaping the conversation around HIV/AIDS, disclosure, and stigma. Activists like Peter Staley and organizations such as the Human Rights Campaign and the AIDS Foundation have fought against discrimination and for the rights of those living with HIV. Their collective efforts have shifted public perceptions, enhancing advocacy for comprehensive policies that consider recent medical advancements. Education initiatives established by various organizations have worked tirelessly to inform the public about the realities of living with HIV and the importance of treating individuals with dignity. By addressing the stigma surrounding HIV, these groups empower individuals to disclose their status without the fear of rejection. Take a moment to do some personal reflection and consider future implications. As society continues to grapple with the aftermath of the HIV epidemic and the shift in treatment paradigms, Sandra's story serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities surrounding sexual health. As personal and societal attitudes evolve, it is essential to consider the implications of non-disclosure in the context of informed consent, personal agency, and the potential for harm. Addressing stigma effectively requires comprehensive educational interventions that inform both people living with HIV and the general public about the realities of the virus. As attitudes towards HIV continue to evolve, it is crucial to foster environments in which individuals feel safe disclosing their status without the fear of abandonment or criminal repercussions. Furthermore, as we navigate this complex terrain, there should be a meaningful dialogue about the legal considerations surrounding HIV non-disclosure. Public health policies should reflect the current understanding of HIV transmission dynamics and aim to prioritize the health and safety of all individuals involved. Now, back to Sandra, and in conclusion, Sandra's experience encapsulates the multifaceted challenges faced by those living with HIV. The interplay of medical advancement, societal attitudes, and legal implications creates a complex web that individuals must navigate. As strides are made to improve the lives of individuals with HIV, tackling societal stigma remains crucial. Through education, advocacy, and compassionate discourse, society can work towards a future where individuals no longer feel compelled to hide their status, fostering informed sexual relationships centered around trust and respect. 10 Down WJ, where creativity meets impact. 10 Down WJ, E, N, T.